Hello, nobody out there in YouTube land. We're just working on the bench again tonight. We're working on a couple different projects. And if anybody wants to come join us, come play along. Hey, Michael. Yeah, you're more welcome to join into the chat or the live. The link for the live is pinned to the top of the chat. And I'm just going to be hanging out here working on stuff this evening. And if anybody wants to come in and talk, then we will do that. I'm going to start by, what do I want to start with? Let's start on the Jaguar. So we got the body painted the other night. Hey, Jason. Hey, Andrew. And we could start doing some assembly on it tonight. We got it painted in the British Racing Green and got the underside painted. And so we're just moving on from there. First thing I'm going to do is add. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, you can make sure to drop a like if you want to, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome. We just kind of hang out, shoot the ball, do a little work on the bench. Work on the Jaguar for a while, and I want to work on the Stearman probably a little bit tonight too. I got it all painted up during the last live. I can show it real quick. The light is washing it out really bad. I can kind of see there's a neon green, the purple, and the checkerboards on it. Same thing on the tail. Yeah, no, the light is washing it out really bad. We will need to work on the pilot, start working on the rigging, and getting this put together as well. The instructions say that cross member on the transmission is supposed to be the black instead of the body color, so we got that painted. And we need to. We can do that once it's put in. I still need to paint the brake calipers on there. We have to make it run to the hobby shop sometime in the next couple of days because I'm running out of stuff again. I have run out of just about. I'm into my last bottle of Tamiya Extra Thin, and I'm out of basic black spray paint. I'm out of that. I need to get some more. Horton's Hot Rod Shop. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Anybody wants to join in, the link is at the top of pinned to the top of the chat. You're more than welcome to join in the fun. Otherwise, it gets kind of boring listening to me talk to myself. This is, in case you aren't aware, the 2020 tooling of the Jaguar E-Type, or XKE as we all know it. This is actually the Revell Germany version, which the only real difference is it comes in a different box than the one that's available in the US now. I ordered it when it first came out back in 2020. It's been sitting in my stash ever since. And it actually arrived damaged, so I had to wait for Revell to send me some replacement parts for it, but we got that taken care of. Because the person sent it from the United Kingdom, and I just wrapped the flat kit box in grocery bag paper, and then shipped it internationally. Didn't put it in a container, a carton, or anything, and so it did not survive well. It basically was as flat as a pancake when I got it. Needless to say, the body was destroyed. But fortunately, it took me a while to get it, but Revell did send me a replacement. There it goes. What in the fit? Backwards, that's why. Okay. That makes sense. Now what's in there? Go back and touch up that paint. Hey, Mark. Okay. Okay, 2. Yes, it is. Hey, Mike. Your decals were shipped today to you. They got here yesterday. I checked to make sure you got the right ones, because I almost sent you the wrong ones the other night. So, but I mailed them today. I sent them, was it the 2-day ground option? So you should get them. You might get them Saturday, but for sure you should get them on Monday. The latest. Yeah, I saw the tracking. I have, I don't know if you're aware of it, on USPS, you can sign up for informed delivery, and it'll automatically track all your incoming and outgoing packages. And then you just click on it, and it'll send you an email every day of what's coming and what's where and whatnot. So anytime anything is mailed to my address, I get a notification right away that it's coming and approximately when it's going to arrive. Especially lately, they don't seem to be very good at that, getting it right. But for some reason, instead of my mail going through Kansas City, Missouri lately, it's been going through Kansas City, Kansas. And it's been sitting there for 3 or 4 days before it gets moved onward to me. I don't know why. I have no clue. But that's what's been going on. In fact, your decals I ordered on Sunday, last Sunday, and then I got them or a week ago Sunday, and just got them yesterday. And the ones I ordered like 4 days later, I got 3 days before yours came in. Hey, Jeff. Yeah, I was just wondering because I know Brian said he wasn't going to be on the next couple of weeks. If you were going to do it, and you said you're not. So if I'm home and around, I'll start a chat up on Saturday. If anybody's interested, because I know it's summertime and people got vacations and baseball games and whatnot going on. So I know they're not always available. Hey, Ted. Hopefully it gets better, Jeff. I had a friend who 2 years ago on Thanksgiving had a stroke, and when I went to see him in the hospital, I was sworn that he was never coming out. That's how bad it was. And right now you'd swear he never had one at all. He's just fine and dandy and everything it was before. They actually had to go in and do brain surgery on him to relieve the pressure where the stroke was. It happened. And yeah, he surprised the hell out of me. The interesting thing on this Jaguar kit is the way it's designed. You basically need to do all your body work first and get your body painted. Because the rear roll pan and part of the fender and everything is attached to the chassis. And the same thing on the hood. All the superstructure needs to go in and it needs to be painted before you can put all that in there. Because the inside of the hood is the same as body color. If it was a black, you could just put everything together and shoot it in black. But we've got to do it do it the other way around on this one. The one thing, some of these modern kits, they seem like they're just over-engineered. There's no particular need for some of these parts to be separate, but they are. Oh, I keep getting my head in there. Yeah, I know. That's all right. Move the camera. It'll be even worse when I go get my hair cut. It'd be easier if I could see where these parts, where these holes were. Okay, there's one set of springs in there. Yeah, I think Jimmy's going to the races at here in the NASCAR race in 300 in St. Louis this weekend. At Gateway Raceway or Worldwide Technologies Racetrack or whatever they call it now. Good night, Ted. That one went straight in. Okay, need I did my got my kit delivered today for the group build. I'll do a video on it later tonight, and I do have all the right parts this time. Okay. We'll be here for a couple hours unless nobody wants to come and play. Okay, you want to do some painting before we go any further. Yeah, back pain. Mine is going to be really bad tomorrow because today was my first day of pool walking for physical therapy. So I'm going to be stiffer than shit tomorrow. Supposed to do it earlier in the week, but the weather was bad. So today was the day. I get to put myself through that torture. I enjoy it, but it freaking stiffer and bored the next day until I get used to doing it again. A lot of this stuff that we're painting is never going to be seen. That's the sucky part about this kind of stuff. Even once it's been turned over, you turn it over when it's done, and it's not going to, all of it's not going to show. Hey, Jess, how are you tonight? You at work or you got the night off? That is TS 43 Racing Green, British Racing Green. And I'm really liking the color. They just call it Racing Green. I guess British Racing Green might be trademarked. That's a really nice color. I like it a lot. I'm thinking I'm going to do one of my Firebirds, one of those 68s in it. I think it look really good with white stripes. Yeah, it is. It's really nice. I really like it, and it laid out perfectly. I put the white over the Tamiya white surface primer to kill the red plastic, and this was 2 coats of the TS43 on there, and I mean, you can see how smooth it came out. There's like 2 tiny little boogers in the hood. I could probably find them. There's one right here, piece of dust, speck of dust, and there's another one right there. That's it. That's the only. I'll hit that with a little buffing compound, and I can knock those down, and then it'll be ready for clear. We'll do our bright work on it and get it ready for clear. But yeah, I'm really happy with this, the way this turned out. Now I just have to keep from screwing it up. because I'm good at doing that. Kind of why I don't like painting the bodies until I get close to the end. Less options to mess it up. Using one of those little ones where it's inside and you got the hoses that go outside. Is that what you got, Jess? Or you got a regular little window unit? Okay. Yeah, they're not. I'm not a big fan of those because they're taking the air that you're trying to cool and use it, and they're trying to reuse the air and heat it up. Uh, yeah, that would be cool to have the miniatures. Most of my miniatures are all pilot figures, but hey, I'll still do them. Okay, drive shaft, drive shaft, drive shaft. Where is my drive shaft? Is it on sprue? What sprue is it on? On sprue C. What's this one? There's my drive shaft. Sure, I would. And I would talk to your club, and if they're interested, I'd maybe give them a one table for free to come in and sell for the first time to let them try it out. Or if they just want to come over and set up a little display. And if they do well, then I'm sure they'll come be interested in coming back. That's sticky. Yes, boys and girls, I do still use it. or even if they just wanted to come over with flyers and if they don't want to actually sell, I don't know why they wouldn't, but they just wanted to come over with flyers and stuff and some displays. But you would think that they would jump on that chance for free advertisement and free sales opportunity. Okay, now we need the exhaust. You should be able to get a small for the side, no bigger than that is. You should be able to get a small window unit or a small split for under $100 or right at $100. I'd be betting. Let's see. Yeah. We're getting through all. Yeah, you should be able to get. I'm seeing the 5,000 BTU window mounted air conditioner for like $160. 151. There's another one, 5,000. No bigger than that shed. That's more than enough. Because with those portable ones, unless it has a dual hose where it's drawing and exhausting air from the outside, drawing in for cooling and exhausting the exhaust air out, both, then they're not very efficient at all. So you want to either has the two hoses or it has a hose inside of a hose. Yeah, you should be able to find just a little window unit for 100, no more than $150. And I bet if you look on Facebook or like Marketplace or something, you could probably find one even a little less. Or go to the big box store and ask them if they have a scratch and dent type thing. At the Lowe's or the Home Depot, they have one that's a scratch and dent or an open box or something like that. Be able to get one for much more than $100, 125. Well, you can always make a redneck one to get you through with the some PVC, a little fan, and a cooler. That's what we use when we go camping. Those actually work pretty decent. Or you can even use a 5-gallon bucket works too. But yeah, the ones made out of like a cooler work really good. Where you have the fan blowing air in, sucking air in. It went into the cooler. Without you got it full of ice and an outlet pipe at the other end blowing the air out. And if you want to get real fancy, you can hang a piece of towel in between, like halfway down, so that it stays wet and the air is moving through the wet cloth. That'll help it cool even more. So then when you're going to be out there, you just go get your big $2 or $3 20-pound ice bag and throw it in the cooler. Kick the fan on. It's not going to take all the heat and stuff out, but it might make it bearable. Yeah, because the fan pushes air in the one end of the cooler, and it passes over the ice and out the other end, the tube at the other end, and it does work. We use them when we go camping. We have one for the tent, so it makes things bearable. It's not gonna turn it into a deep freeze or anything, but it does make it bearable. And you can make one of those out of a cheap styrofoam cooler. You don't even have to tear up one of your good Coleman's. Of course, the better the ice chest is, the better it's going to work. But even though cheap styrofoam ones will work. Okay, so now they want the engine installed. Then you can YouTube videos on how to make the just put in ice cooler air conditioner. It'll show you how to do it. They're not hard to make. Okay. These are blue. Righty, we have it. Hey, Marcy. We have the engine installed. Look at this. Yeah, Jess, that would be a good way to get them in. You know, they can have a for this year. They can have a table for free. They want to set up and just see how things go. Okay, so they want us to put the exhaust in now. Cool. Let's drill that out a little bit first. Smaller bit, smaller bit, smaller bit. Those are too small. You know, they might even want to bring if they've got one of the guys there or get one of the regular customers to come in and sit down and be painting a figure during the show and kind of show how it works, and advertising some of the, using whatever the army colors or whatever ones that they sell, painting up an orc or something like that. That would be, because I'm a big fan of having activities or clinics at a show, because I'm there all day. And if it's a show where you just get there, okay, you put your models out at 9 o'clock in the morning, and then you run through the vendors tables. It takes you 45 minutes, and then you're there for the next 4 hours until awards. If you run out to get lunch or something, there's nothing to do all day after you've looked at everybody's things and done the shopping. But if they're somebody's doing a clinic or just showing how something's done or how they do something, or I always enjoy that. Maybe you can get your dad to do an airbrush clinic, how to airbrush or how to paint or something, or even you can do it, Jess, because I know you're a top notch painter. Just show up with your little compressor, your airbrush, and some painting mules, some old scrap bodies, and show painting techniques and stuff. I mean, any of that interaction that you can add is always Yeah, said painting a minifig, or if you could spread it around, you might be able to get 2 or 3 different club members to do something. Even if it's a 10-minute or 15-minute clinic, that's all it takes. Like to say airbrushing techniques, or making your tires look better, or weathering an airplane, or whatever you're doing. It's live interaction. That's why Chuck E. Cheese has survived so long, because they had the live interactive content. Yeah, that would be good. That would be a super idea, because I know you can get a bag of those like little orcs or something that are fairly cheap, and you just throw them together and then let the get some acrylic paints, and let the kids do a make and take type deal where they can paint their little minifig, and take it home with them. Yeah, it's something, an activity, because like I said, you put your models out, you look at everybody's models, you shop the vendor's table, and then even if you go to lunch, then you got to wait 2 or 3 hours before the judging is done, and the awards ceremony, so you can have something to draw interest to. Get options for things for people to do. Get in there. Or even how about decaling? You know, somebody show how to do decals, because I think, isn't STS going to be a vendor at your show? Thought I saw that they were going to be at that. Well, I think I threw the paper away. Oh, you want to go to Oak Grove? Yeah, I threw that sheet away, don't you? Yeah, just that interactive stuff is what. Yeah, like I was, I was supposed to have gone to Wonderfest this weekend, but I can't go now because I can't really afford it, and B, two of my nieces are graduating. So, but that at Winterfest, they have stuff going like that all day long, clinics and tutorials and how tos, and you get like even some of the manufacturers will do their own products. Like I've been to one, Badger has done several of them at shows I've been at, where they'll show you basics of airbrushing and how to take the airbrush apart and clean it and put it back together. And do all that kind of stuff that people are afraid of and they don't know how to do it. Well, see, that's the same issue I got. That because that's next weekend is my other. I think it's next weekend, and my other niece is graduating. We had tons of all the girls graduate this year. So far, this kit is working out pretty well. I had to drill out a couple of holes for the springs, but other than that, so far it's been pretty well straightforward. I'm gonna mess with those calipers because you can't see them. Yeah, I guess you can kind of see them. Some yeller paint. Yeah, Miguel went to the IPMS show in St. Louis last year. He came over and I bought a bunch of stuff from him while he was there. And he kind of showed his wares a little bit to some of the other. Okay, that's all you can see of that anyway. Okay, where are the wheels? The front spindles. There they are. Once you put the tires on, you're not going to see 90% of this stuff. So I don't know why I'm bothering, but we're here. We're doing it. You lost me, Jeff. I don't know why. What you're talking about. Oh, yeah, doing clinics? Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't even have to be something formal. I mean, just to draw, give something to do. The symbol. Okay, and we want those next. Okay, it goes in the front. In a second, Jeff, I got to find my arrow. There it is.
Yeah, that link I posted. You know of the Great Salt Lake Model Car Championship?
I've never heard of it, but that doesn't mean anything.
Well, this was truly an international show, the best of the best. What most considered, let me say that, the best of the best. The Doug Whites, the Randy Durs, Augie Escano, and the list goes on and on. It's got seminars from guys who were the original inventors of a lot of the stuff you see today being used. They're the forefathers of it. And I mean, it's unbelievable. And that's a reference library. It's all part of the link to the International Model Scale Model Car Museum.
Oh.
And there's everything on every kind of tip you could possibly want. Shoreline makes it like a mini lathe for people who want to make turn parts and stuff. They give you a full detail right down. And I know you know who Randy Durr is. Durr. You see his
No,
Corvette 2023 at Acme, 2022 at Acme.
I wasn't there in 2022. Or yes, I was. Never mind. I was there. Oh, yeah, the Corvette that was all tore apart.
Yep.
Yeah.
He did a lot of seminars. Augie did. It was, I mean, just unbelievably some of the most talented craftsmen or craftspeople in the hobby.
Yeah, they're out there. I mean,
But they did a lot of seminars and stuff. And I figured that's something you and some of your viewers would probably appreciate.
Yeah.
Somebody said, well, that's 30 years old. Well, that 30-year-old stuff works to this day still, and that's what people don't understand. Or we call it the tried and true method.
People cringe every time I pull out this little orange tube, but it has its uses.
Yeah. I found that works better with chrome parts even after you scrape it than Tamiya does. I could walk about 20 feet from me and show you a bunch of models that the stuff was used properly on and the parts fall off going, yeah. An old toothbrush or toothpick or something like that, or a cotton swab. Well, not so much a cotton swab. That works great for that stuff. Yeah, I gotta reach out to a bunch of people tomorrow. So I was asking if you're busy. It's about 4 o'clock to 6:30 your time.
When? Tomorrow?
Sunday.
Sunday. I will be at my niece. I think it's Sunday. Let me confirm it. One is Saturday and one is Sunday.
Yep. Okay.
One is 1 week and one is the next. Events. Where's my events?
Because that's the whole premise behind modeling fundamentals on Sunday. I got to try to line Gilly up at some point too. When Jason Hans can be Fred, and they're going to do it when they have time. I wish they could do it earlier in the day, get Brian involved, but people's schedules are fluid and stuff all the time.
There's events. This Sunday, I will be at my one niece's graduation. One is graduating this Sunday. The other one is next Saturday. What time? By 4 o'clock, I may be home, but I can't guarantee it.
All right.
Because it starts at 1, so I may be home by 4, but no guarantees.
All right.
That's one of the reasons why I'm not going to Wonderfest this weekend. Down in Louisville, down there by Teddy and Amanda.
I know, what the heck's his name there? Tim Brown goes to that.
I usually go. It's an expensive show to go to, but I like it.
No, that's basically on sci-fi stuff.
Yeah. Sci-fi, fantasy stuff. But there are some car builds and plane builds in it, but it all depends. Like, if I was going to go, I would take my F-104 Starfighter because it's the Wu J4, which was in the original Star Trek series. That plane was. Or I was going to take the Dragon that I just did. That's why I built the Dragon Far, was to go to that show. Or you see like Batmobiles and stuff like that, TV movie cars, that kind of thing.
I mean, I wasn't going to go to my modeling meeting, and my buddy Paul, who had a stroke back in January, he was in rehab for a bit. Texted me, asked if I was going to the meeting. I was like, okay, I am now. I haven't seen him, like I said, in over 6 months, and he's one of the most kind-hearted, genuine, down-to-earth people you could ever meet, Bob.
Yeah.
We're 2022 at NNL East. We were talking. It's like, what's the one kid that's eluded you? You've been trying to find something you can do, and him and the man who was his best man at his wedding, and they've been lifelong friends. Said, I want to find I think it was a 68 to 72 Chevy C60. Couldn't find one. A guy out of Binghamton, New York, was doing resin casted bodies. They're beautiful. I said, yeah. I handed him a piece of paper, and I said, look where my thumb is. He saw that. Literally grabbed me. almost dragged me down 5, maybe 10, actually about 10 rows of wooden seats, you know, the old high school gymnasium type.
Uh-huh.
Where is he? And I said, right in this room. So he got that. Literally, the guy couldn't believe it. He paid for the guy before he even got the kit. Said, you just send it to me when it's done and done right. That's it. The guy was like super, both of them were super ecstatic. So there was 2 months after that, I was at a meeting and I never gave it any thought. He goes, what's one of the models you'd like to get back the most?
We have
He
them on the
knew
website.
I sold off a lot of them because of my cancer deal and, you know, bills had to pay and all that crap. Told him, and son of a SOB, he showed up that meeting with that kit in hand. Bob, he's got an original MPC 68 Chevy Fleet Side with the record parts with the dust from 1968 on the cellophane still.
Yeah.
This is a guy that drives you crazy because he finds them at yard sales for like $1 or $2. Ah, mother mucking Like, I need to start dropping out
You're right.
more. Hi, Ryan.
What's up, brothers?
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, it's the kind of guy that has the opposite of luck that we all have. It's like you just sit out there and just.
Something thinner.
So how you guys doing tonight?
Okay.
Tired and sore.
Yeah, I know the sore part.
I'll be sore tomorrow. I started
Actually,
physical therapy today.
Marcy, see the pictures, and I think you may have too, Ryan. This was my buddy's collection that had all the unused Model Master paint. Marcy's like, I don't want a kid. I just want all the Model Master paint.
Right. Yeah, a lot of that's nice, and it is sad that they no longer make it.
Yeah, I kicked myself in the butt. I all up until probably 2018, I never used it, and then after using it, I'm going, son of a SOB, I missed out, and then yeah, they dropped it. I'm like, what an idiot! I'm like, them few extra bucks make a difference.
Yeah, I got a few jars of it here and there, and I don't use it a whole lot, but if I would have had more of that than the tester square bottle, I definitely would have used it more, but I only have so many colors that I ever even use. A flat black, a silver, a tan, and I think there's a Pontiac engine blue, and maybe one other than that. I don't.
I'm bringing somewhat of this stuff back, but
All right.
I mean, I was more. I enjoy the metallizers more than anything.
Well, you think, Bob?
Looks
She's
good.
not.
It'll
She's
be
not
fine.
super. She's not super glossy or anything. I did put some gloss coat on it, but
Corvette or yep.
yeah, this is called the Stink Ray.
At first, when you had it, I wasn't sure if it was that or a 280Z, and I'm like,
Yeah.
bumper
The
gloss.
Z28.
No, the Datsun Z.
No, they didn't make a Datsun of these.
No, I was like, that's a bet. Once you turned it and I saw the exact angle, I was like, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a pretty wild little car, man. She's got that nice little fendered shape and everything. She turned out pretty good compared to what it was. The purple is actually not a bad color match for it from the original color. A little on the darker side, but she's got a lot of nice little sparkle out in the sun.
Are them the same wheels they use in that Moon kit?
Nope. No.
Like, I was like, jeez, I'm looking at that going, I wonder if them are basically the same type. Well, not that wide, obviously, but close to that.
No, these tires were like they became like the Funsters, Revell
Okay.
Funster series.
Yep.
Even the back tires on it are different than the uh there was a fire truck, the baby wagon, the gypsy wagon. There was a few others that had them big back tires in the back. These are actually quite a bit different. But yeah, it's pretty much just these character cars, and then the Funsters was about the only place I ever seen them use them. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. It was a quick fix, easy rebuild.
I think I'm going to try to do something for the month of June. I haven't done it in a long time.
What's up, Daniel? Daniel-san.
Try not to buy a model kit. How you doing? How you doing, Munchkin?
You think you can do that for 31 days?
Gonna be hard.
Are you going to buy one today
Hold it.
before the month's over? So you don't have to worry about
No, I got to preface it. If I buy 5 raffle tickets, I bought the tickets. I won the kit, so that doesn't count, does it?
Nope, because buying a kit means you chose it on purpose. Buying a
Yeah.
ticket just means you're taking a chance to get a kit. And the one you might want might already be gone. So yeah, it's not the same as choosing.
For the longest time, I mean, I'd buy $10, $20. I mean, it's going to
And
the club, so it's,
technically you're supporting whatever host club
Yeah.
first and foremost, not, oh hey, you got kits, let me buy some. No,
Yeah.
you're supporting a club having a chance at getting a kit. So yeah, it's not considered the same.
Yeah, I usually get $20 worth of raffle tickets anytime I go to a show.
Yep.
If you get something, you get something. If you don't, you don't.
So yeah, Jeff's not buying any models for the month of June, but he's going to spend $200-300 on freaking raffle tickets.
No, I maxed out at 20, and for the longest time, if
Yeah, but you're
Jason
probably going to go to 10 shows.
actually no, this is my model club meeting, but I have a feeling I'm in store for something Saturday, whether I like it or not, and I'm going to try to avoid it. My buddy who had his stroke, because he's not allowed to drive yet, so I'm going to pick him up and bring him home afterwards. And I know I tried to avoid going to his house. My friend, I love him dearly. Every time I go there, he tries to make me walk out with a kid. I'm like, this is not why I come here. I come here to hang out with you and just talk.
Right.
It's like, stop it, Paul. Now you're giving me a complex about this. Yeah, Daniel, I was going to say, you must have been working a lot. I haven't seen you in quite a while.
I like the way that green plays with all that gold and chrome you got going on in the motor.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could get away with doing gold foil around the windows instead of chrome
Sure.
foil.
Oh yeah,
Do whatever you want.
and leave it to a lowrider. They freaking gold chrome everything.
Well, hopefully you get to make it to Acme this year, sir. It'll be an honor to meet you.
As a matter of fact, I have a bunch of that
Jimmy.
gold leafing roll, but the adhesive stuff is junk. So I just gotta get a new bottle of adhesive, and I
A
can
new
do some,
size, some more sizing.
yeah, and then I can do some more gold leafing if I felt like it. But
Well, I had a lot of people tell me, the people who do the chrome foil, their bare metal foil, they said the best thing to do is no matter what is get the adhesive they make for it. Now I know there's another Microsol people do it too.
right, yeah, I mean, for as old as this stuff is, yeah, it's more about the adhesive than the foil. So I don't think it goes bad, but I've had it for a good 15, 20 years or better. What's
Yeah,
up,
you should be able
Hardgood?
to get the sizing at any like Michael's or Hobby Lobby, any place like that, any crafts type store.
Well, even the Walmart carries it once in a while if they have some of that foiling craft section stuff. But
Because somewhere between Marcy and I think it was either Marcy, Michigan, or Wisconsin, there was a site and they had it gold leaf at a reasonable and chrome leaf. I'm like,
Yeah, I think I got this back when we had a Ben Franklin's because they had a few things for it back in the section, between the puzzles and the models or whatever it was, and they had some foil art and some scratchy poster things and some other stuff. So it was all right there, easily accessible. I think I bought one of the gold leafing kits for like $8, $7, something like that, whatever it was. Back in the day when prices weren't freaking outrageous. Kits were only like $18, $12 to $18.
oh Lord, I'm about to probably make a total a-hole out of myself. Or leave the hole out. Akagen? Is that how you pronounce it? I'm not sure, so
Hurricane.
American.
Hurricane, just like the wind.
Yep.
Hurricane. How are you this evening?
Jeez, I didn't think Daniel was old enough to have grandkids. Holy smokes.
72. Which makes him what, 51, 52, 52?
Yeah, I'll be 52. I got him by 7 years, so I'm almost in the pappy age bracket. Daniel, all I got to say is this year's Acme is going to be one epic fun time.
Yeah, I really wish they had more shows and stores and hobbyists around here, man.
Yeah, they're all way down at the southern end of the state, and you're way the hell up north.
Yeah, they're all between Minneapolis, Minnesota, and Milwaukee, and everything in a beeline from there to there. Maybe over in Green Bay a little bit too, but every bit of that's a little over 3 hours to Minneapolis, 6 hours to freaking Green
Marcy.
Bay, 8, 9 hours to Chicago, and I sure as fuck ain't going to Madison.
Hey, Jimmy.
What up?
James,
Hey, everybody,
come
Hey,
on.
Mercy.
and everybody in Chatlandia.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I was really depressed when they took our Ben Franklin's away from us. I mean, we used to go in there 2, 3 times a week, man. That big sewing section with material, and Mom was always in that section, and they'd have to go right by the models to get there. So I had my pit stop on the way, and if I needed brushes and things, they were always in the back
Yeah,
corner.
that was totally our Kresge's toy department. You first walked into the store, fashion was to the left, toys was to the right. Halfway down, past they'd have like the little kitchen concession area. It was right next to the Frosty machine on the other side. It was like, yep.
Yeah, ours you had the 2 outside walls. There was 3 racks in the middle rows, all the way from front to back. Right as you walk in, the first 2 rows were nothing but like knickknacks, and then there was candy and chips, and then the other side was cards up against the wall. The next row back was nothing but puzzles and stuffed animals, models and coin collector and a bunch of other stuff, and then more knickknacks,
all the
and then
hobby-like
you
stuff
get
was
into
in one aisle.
all the crafty good material stuff, like 4 rows of freaking material, and then
And
the
3
whole
rows
back
of
row
yarn.
was all the
And
crafty
2
stuff.
rows of notions. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had like an AIM. I had an AIM and a bunch of stores like that. You know when you're getting to be an old modeler, or when you remember the big deal back in the day is how much thread you could steal from your mother's sewing machine so you could do wiring.
Oh yeah. I never had to worry about that too much. She had way more than she could ever use.
I never had to do that. We started out with my dad and my grandfather building trains.
Mom used to
So
actually
when I
get
was like
pissed at
6
me
or
when I would
7,
take
we had
her
all that.
silk flower wrap because that was a nice thin wire
Mm.
and it would hold its shape.
Yeah, the stuff with the green paper on it.
Yeah,
That was the
yeah.
best wire.
Boy,
She's been shoving fucking silk flowers in the garden just before spring even gets here, and people are like, "Oh, you got nice flowers already." They're not real.
No,
Hey,
they're fake.
yeah, if people think model kit cars hobbies is expensive, this is not, mind you, this was in the mid '90s when I lived in Connecticut. I see a Lionel caboose go for $1,500.
Oh yeah, Lionel's been freaking outrageous.
I'm like,
for
what
decades.
the?
They're still outrageous.
Yep. But they're
Yeah,
starting
they were
to, trains
expensive,
are
but-
starting to make a big comeback again.
Oh yeah, it's a generational thing.
Yeah.
They ebb and flow.
We had one gentleman in my hometown. He had his whole house from top to bottom. I mean, there was holes through the walls so he could drive from one room to the next with his trains. It's like the man was right into it.
Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Yeah. Mr. Obar.
Yeah. Good old hi, trolley.
I would love to do something like
Bing,
that.
bing, bing, bing,
If
bing,
I can
bing.
get us out of here and into
Up,
the
Edward.
ideal home, I would absolutely
Edward.
do the room-to-room train in a heartbeat.
You know what would be fun? Put a model on a table with the old school techniques like the thread wire and stuff like that, just to freak people out. But you know, most everybody would smile at that, saying, "Yep, that's where it started."
I've always wanted to wrap my
Yeah,
room in
there's
Hot
nothing
Wheel
left.
track. I probably got enough Hot Wheel track. I can do about 8-10 laps around my room. Start in one corner and go all the way around and down and down and down and down.
I did that
and
at
down and
my
down.
at my grandson's place. The both of them have a Hot Wheels room.
Oh, that's
There's a
the one
little
thing I
island in the middle for building Legos, and then they got Hot Wheels tracks going up and down and around the wall.
Speaking of, anybody want to buy Legos? I got a huge tub full of them.
No, I'm good. I got
they
mine.
got it. They actually Legos has an aficionado magazine just for them now.
I know.
They sell them by the pound on eBay all the time.
Yeah, you can make some serious money off of it. Just loose
Okay.
pieces.
The stuff I have is Minecraft stuff, and I think the cheapest one's probably a $25, $30 one. But yeah, I've seen the
Are
website
they
where you
whole
can buy
sets all grouped together?
I pretty much went through everything that was in the tote and rebagged everything based on the instructions with the.
Yeah,
yeah,
you
different
should be
places
able to
to
make some
sell
good
them.
money off them.
No, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
even
there's a
some
big
of the
thing for
parts
Legos.
that are pad printed on them, one specific piece could be like a $12, $15 piece, you know?
Mhm.
That's the one thing I'll never allow. There's only one thing worse than stepping on a big nail, stepping on a Lego.
A Lego.
Step
Yep.
on the nail, man.
Oh,
Jacks.
oh yeah. I forget about them things.
Jacks,
Yeah.
Jacks are bad. Jacks are very bad. They don't make them out of metal anymore. They're the high density nylon now, so they're not as dangerous. Legos are still the winners.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were still a projectile. You know?
Oh no, what's
Fucking
worse is
little
when you step on the
Caltrops.
Lego. When you step on the Lego and you lift your foot up and the fucker's stuck to your foot.
Stuck in your foot. Yep. Like I said, I would rather step on a
Mhm,
nail.
that's what
At least
sucks.
I know it's gonna come out the other side and it'll stop hurting
Mhm.
instantaneously as soon as it does. The Lego,
Mhm.
you hurt for days.
I hear you,
Mhm.
Hurricane. I got a car that one of my buddies from Berlin brought for me. It's a little Trabant in the box
I
and
have a model of
everything. And
one.
I thought about pulling it out, but it's just so cool, and it's not something I could get in America. Well, I probably could, but
You could get a
he
Revell
brought it all the
one.
way from Berlin, so I'm like, yeah, we'll keep it in the box. It's a sentimental thing, anyways.
I actually have the Revell Trabant kit, the one that's got the decoration on it is representative of the children's cancer. What's the word I'm looking for? Charity. I can't brain today. I've had a shit day. I woke up this morning. The first thing I saw on YouTube was Nigel saying he had to have Jess put to sleep. And then Middle of the afternoon, my kitty cat decided it was her turn. I had to deal with that myself today. So my brain is like not functioning.
Just sent you a sub there, Hurricane.
Cool. It's so unusual to see anybody say Yugoslav because part of my family is from the region, like I was telling you before, and the places that we sent letters to and phone calls to back and forth, those places are for the most part gone. They've all been absorbed into one region, two at best.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, God.
I mean, you could literally put, just put the last name of the family, the number of the property, which was usually a 2 or 3 digit number, the name of the village, or just put Yugoslavia and it would get there. It's like when the postal service was actually a postal service. Ah, cool. I didn't realize you were old enough for that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have a great rest of your night. So I got to go get some icy hot and put it on my back.
Later, Jeff. Take care.
Just keep it on your
See ya.
back and not on your crotch. That's all I can say.
Yeah, don't do it for
That
there.
can't work if it's on the wrong side, man.
Yeah, just rub it all over your back and go take a leak. You'll be all right.
Yeah, no.
It'll be spicy. There's the smile. He's trying to hide it.
I know.
Well,
I'm not,
while it's
Don't get
icy, it'd be
dude.
okay. And then once you get to the hot is when you gotta worry about it.
Right.
I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I'm smart enough to figure that one out. All right, y'all have a great night. See you Sunday or Saturday.
Yeah.
If we
All right.
get to read flower.
What's
Whoever,
up, Sarge?
whatever.
See you,
We'll
Papa.
see you later, dude.
Hi.
See you, Papa.
Oh, God. Edward, I wish I could use lidocaine. I'm allergic to everything remotely related to lidocaine. I'm surprised I don't get hives from just reading the word on the screen.
I'm allergic to medication. It makes Big Pharma rich.
Oh, I'm allergic to
Drugs,
doctors.
man.
I'm allergic to doctors who think that pills should be the first answer to every question.
Right?
Oh, there's a pill for that. No, you change your diet. Well, there's a no. You use lotion. But no, you can use oil from your kitchen and wrap it in plastic wrap. Guess what? Same results. Less damage to your renal system. Don't get me started.
Same here.
You know how to
Daniel.
fix that?
Same here.
You know how to fix that? I just haven't been to a doctor in like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, exactly. The only time I ever go to the hospital is when it's something I personally can't fix.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
broken bow, and they're just gonna cast it and tell you to come back and we'll fix it later.
I have reset my own fingers.
Yeah.
I have stitched up several persons in my family with fishing line and a darning needle. I do not always need a doctor. There are very, very rare occasions.
Yeah. I've had to reset my buddy's nose after a fight once. I was surprised there was a YouTube video for that, but there was.
The best thing to do is don't do stupid shit expecting to go viral on YouTube. Just fucking play it safe. You won't have those issues.
Well, no, he was in a fight, and I looked
Best
up on
way to
YouTube
tell
how to
your
reset
story,
someone's nose
Hurricane.
because if we went to the hospital, we'd all get in trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
I just looked up on YouTube how to reset a nose, and yeah.
You just
Yeah,
punch
as
it the
long
other
as
direction.
as long as he didn't have, different sized pupils, didn't have any other issues, nausea, dizziness, headache after it.
Well, see, none of us are medical professionals, so none of us should
You
have
don't have
anything
to
to do
be.
with any of it.
You really don't have to be. A lot of it is general knowledge and common sense.
Yeah, well, common sense no longer exists, so good luck with that one.
Unfortunately, for most people under the age of 40, no, it does not.
Well, you went with purple between there and the flag, huh?
Because purple
Cool.
works. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, no. So it reset his nose fine, but he cannot smell out of one nostril now.
which means he's probably just got a piece
Looks
of
really good,
cartilage
Bob.
sideways. The septum is deviated in some fashion.
Yeah, it's straight enough where his mom didn't notice.
That's
Which-
she didn't pay attention.
Yeah, his mom's a drunk.
Yeah, it is. I like the way these stripes turned out.
Heck yeah, Bob. Looks good.
Good, man.
Get the
Almost
focus.
needs like a drip kind of
Hi
run
there,
thing
one
coming out
second.
from underneath the bottom of the engine onto the belly pan a little bit to cover the gap where there's no checker.
Well, that's where the stand is gonna go. Never turn back around.
Need a little wing walker for it.
There's where the stand is gonna go, and
Yeah.
then you're gonna
It'd be
have the
cool
green
if you had
cloud
like
coming out underneath of it.
a little
No.
dude to stand on one of the wings.
No, I meant up towards the front. You
Oh,
know,
up here?
up around by the motor, you should have a little like oozing oil or something coming out from underneath the bottom of the
Yeah, I'll
engine.
probably put a little bit of streaking there.
Yeah.
Little dumbass doing a cartwheel on the wing.
Yeah, those are removable panels to access the engine components, like
Gotcha.
the oil cooler and all that stuff has been there. You can actually build this kit without the bearings on it, and it's got all the internal parts are in there,
Nice.
Yeah, that is a cool kit.
and they're like $20 or less. when
I
you can-
absolutely love the color combo and those decals. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
those are cool.
I thought about getting a decal made from STS, but I think I'm going to pass on. I think this is already busy enough.
No, it's plenty. I like it. I wouldn't put
Nah, it
anything
needs
else on
one more
It'll ruin
decal.
it.
It only
Kiss
needs
my
a
ass.
snail.
Get you a little 3D printed snail to set on the wing, but
Yeah.
The snail's the only part that's missing, but when you got the crop duster, I'm pretty sure you got it covered. Yeah,
and the crackers. She's gonna have the
Yeah,
crackers involved too. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the story tells itself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Little
but
little
you
crop
gotta
dusting
have,
snail.
Gotta have the snail for the people who aren't on
Yeah.
the in. Not everybody's gonna get it.
Get this green stuff coming out of it
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
with
I
a rich
can't wait to
box
see it all the way together. That's gonna be
with a rich box for a stand.
Is Jess in chat? No. She needs,
No, not anymore. She was earlier.
she needs to be.
No, she took off. She'll see it when it's done.
Yeah, I'll send you pictures, Marcy, because I'm gonna. Its public debut is going to be. I'm just gonna in the hotel. There's a big bar at the hotel
Yeah.
at Acme, and I'm just gonna sit right there in the middle of the bar for when she walks in. Like I said,
That'll be great. Be ready because I want to see her first reaction. Make sure
Oh, I'll be-
somebody's
I'll
got
be sitting
video
there.
rolling.
With the jelly beans logo on it. All right.
Farting snail.
hey, sir, how are you tonight?
Okay. Well, I have
Sure,
decisions.
you can do it however you want. Like, if you need specific logos made, you can always have STS do it.
You do really great work.
Yep, and a quick turnaround too.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple of weeks tops.
I will say one thing the plane needs. It needs Kiss My Ass on the back of it.
It's not a senior build.
Not senior build.
Still. Like Kiss My Ass wouldn't fit on it though.
Not everything needs a KMA.
That does.
No, it
I
don't.
might put little. If I can make them,
The
I'll
number
make
on it.
little cracker box kill flags for the side of it.
That would be good. That would be good. Gotta have the crackers in there somewhere because that's
Well,
like
I'm
half
gonna-
the joke.
The
Well, the
cracker will
stand
be
is
the
going to be a
base.
Ritz box. The base of the it's going to be in flight, so the base is going to be a Ritz cracker box,
Okay, cool.
or at least a part of it. It's going to be on a wooden
Wooden
one of these
display
wooden-
box.
Yeah, half of it anyway.
Edward, that's
It's be on this wooden stand.
no. Mm-mm. Edward, no.
What does this dumbass dog want? What do you want?
Okay, I got a question for everybody front and center.
Okay.
Working on the pickup, the 37 Ford. And everybody that's seen the kit knows that the kit has wooden decking in the back.
The bed. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
The kit comes with the texture already done on it.
Uh-huh.
And I also have some of the wood, and I was thinking of giving that a try. I've never actually done that on a plastic model before. But what could I use for the lines in between? You think just wire would be okay for that?
I would.
They make
would
a
make the piece and then just use the
C
tape.
channel. They make a really small C channel in the evergreen plastruck. Sand it down so it just looks like a rib with a flat center, because that's where the bolts would be.
Yeah.
Cut them to length and then either spray them silver or bare metal foil.
Well, they're gonna be. I'm using that burnished gold for all the metal that's showing. So where it would be silver or chrome, it's gonna be that color. But yeah, I just need something to that way.
I mean, for the most part, you can even use an aluminum can and a toothpick and make some of it. Cut it to size and pop a couple of holes front and rear for where they would actually mount through all the cross bracings, and call it good. All depends on how much work you want to put into it.
Yeah, I just need something to hold the space. That's all. I don't know. And what do you think would be the best way to attach this? What kind of adhesive?
Well, what kind of wood are you using? Like a popsicle stick or a veneer?
It's like I guess it's like a balsa wood. It's a real lightweight wood. It's the
Blue.
Laura's Craft Skinny Craft Sticks. They're the
I'd say if you got a
quarter
cabinet
inch
maker
by,
around you, see if you
like
can
5
get
cents.
some veneer, which is super thin. You know, it comes in a little sheet. I mean, you only need fucking a 4x6 picture is even twice as big as you need, but cut them into little strips and glue them in between the little ribbing. Then you can just use the ribs that's already there.
How big are you trying to go with it? Because you could use evergreen, like big tubes of
Well,
it.
no, that's the thing. These pieces here. Let me show you.
You could glue your wood strips together, and then what I do is I just use that nail tape, that Mylar tape, over the top to make my reels.
Oh, I see. Okay.
See, the wood just is perfect for the actual slat, and then there's the the groove running down there multiple times, obviously. But it's perfect. I just need to, fill in the gap for the riveting.
Yeah, or say that evergreen C channel would probably. I think that's what Fred used, was the C channel.
What's the smallest
they make a T channel too, don't they?
They do. The T, the I, and the C I got.
So, I mean, even if you bought H channel and just cut the two edges off or whatever,
right?
Or just split it down the middle and have two pieces off of one.
Yeah.
Or,
because I mean, you only need maybe a 1 foot long piece, because you're going to have 5-6 strips of about 4 inches.
I believe it's like 4 inches.
Are you doing kind of a stockish looking truck, or are you doing custom?
It's kind of a little bit of everything.
It's like being pregnant. Either it's stock or it's custom.
It's not going to be perfectly spotless. Let's put it that way.
Okay. You could. I've done this with an old truck build I did once. You could sand the bottom of the bed smooth, and then I took some of them kind of sheets that look like the diamond plating, and I did the sides and the bed, all of it. I did the whole inner bed diamond plate.
If I was doing the metal and chrome, that would be perfect.
That's what I did. I was going for a 90s looking.
Yeah,
so,
I looked at the diamond plate that they have in this, the
The fuck do you want, dog?
stuff that's made like the evergreen plastics. They do make diamond plate sheets, but the diamond plating is too big.
Yeah.
It's way too big.
And dimensionally, there would be no real texture to diamond plate in 25th scale. So just if you get a decal of it, that'd be the best way to do that. But yeah, I mean, I think Fred used the C channel when he did his. I use the tape, the nail tape when I do mine, but I paint the plastic bit. But if you're doing a whole piece, a solid piece in the, you use the nail tape.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, you could take a thin piece of even cardstock and cut it to super thin strips that are that wide, and then spray them with your bronze. You know,
I've got some 1.2 millimeter. They're really skinny, almost like a string rods. That might work. Might be small enough.
no, Serge, it's a 36. Is that what you said, Mars?
37.
37.
Yeah, Hurricane, the quickest way to get your 4,000 hours of watch time is doing exactly what I'm doing now, a live stream.
Yeah. But
that can get you 100 or 200 out, 300 or 400, even 400 or 500 hours for a 5 or 6 hour stream in one whack. As far as 50,000 subscribers, you got to be pretty good to hit that.
Don't worry about showing your face. I don't want to show mine either.
I very rarely do you see mine in my videos. Very rare, very rarely.
You only see mine if I'm doing a live stream or.
The only way you keep the videos if you happen to see somebody else's video of the model shows that I go to. I don't do videos like that. I do mostly slideshows. And I mean, any talkie bits I'm doing, I'm always behind the camera. So.
Yeah.
There's tons of people out on YouTube. They've been doing it for years and never show their face. You really don't have to. You just have to have an interesting hook to keep people coming back and consistent posting.
And Chris Cortell was a perfect example. He never.
Yep.
Yep. It's all choice.
Never did. And it's so you have a fair framework. It took my friend Lila almost a decade to establish her community and her channel to leave her current job. She finally did it within the last year. But it was almost a decade of building a community. Cool. So if you really want to make something of it, it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
Getting to the level of being monetized is easy. Staying there is not. If you sneeze in the wrong direction, YouTube pulls your monetization.
Like I have 14,000 subscribers and they haven't monetized shit.
They will.
I'm not sure how the
European AI running everything now. So anything that remotely resembles the tone of a specific song, the AI will misinterpret sounds in the background and they will take your videos down or they will take the sound off your videos.
Yep.
It's really difficult to do.
Yeah,
it's absolutely easy. Staying there is not. A lot of the people that you see with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, if you look at their watch count, look at their view count on their videos, it's usually less than 1,000. A good number of those people pay for those subscriptions. They're not legitimate. They did not grow that channel on their own.
Well, it doesn't matter which channel I've looked at. If they have 1 million subs, they got 100,000 views and not even 10,000 likes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just how it is. So if you got 50,000 subscribers, you're going to get maybe 5,000, 7,000 views and be lucky to be topping 1,000 likes.
Yeah.
That's just the numbers, man. You can look at every single fucking channel out there. It's 10% and 10%.
Yeah, and you also have to take into account that the analytics here are in no way accurate. No way.
Yeah. Like a couple of my past couple of videos, I've only really gotten like 100 views on them, and my video's been doing that for a long time. But some fucking how I ended up with 14,000 subscribers. I have not a fucking clue.
You've
Now
been
my
here long
shorts, I
enough
do
and you have interesting content.
I wouldn't even say that. I just do a lot of goofy, funny shorts, and a lot of shorts about my
And
truck.
people are into that
People
kind
like
of
that.
stuff, though. They're into
Yeah.
that. My most popular short clip is a bunch of fucking ducks playing in my front yard. Ducks.
My
Mine
three
what?
three
okay?
best videos are how-to videos. And they're so
YouTube took
fucking
down
old.
my best short.
Yeah, but
Freaking,
why?
it was this. I've talked about before. There was this kid. He said something. Can Chevy owners do this? And he freaking started his
Yeah.
Power Stroke. So I was like, "Fuck you, dude!" And I started my truck. See what I can do, bitch. And they took it. It had 350,000 views, and you took it down.
Yeah, I think the AI misinterpreted something, which is, again, highly plausible because AI only understands literal. It doesn't understand the nuances of how humans communicate.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you would have complained, you may have been able to get it back. They would have
didn't.
allowed you to re-upload it, but you wouldn't have got your numbers back.
Well, they didn't send me an email or anything about it. They didn't say anything about them taking it down. I just went on YouTube one day and it was
gone.
Yeah. Not a word about it.
Because the AI is doing that. It doesn't. They're supposed to send. It's got an auto-generated email that the system is supposed to send. So if you don't have a viable email in the system, you may not have gotten it because of that.
Yeah, I've gotten them
to do it because it's a faulty system.
Well, I've gotten them before for like a couple videos. I didn't realize freaking you could hear a TV or music in the background,
I
and
had a couple
got
of those.
emails about that. But for some reason, they didn't send me nothing about this.
Yeah.
And it kind of pissed me off. Because
Yeah, they should at least report you.
350,000 views on a short, yeah, I was pretty proud of that. Kind of fucking amazed me. All it was me starting my truck and telling a little kid in a Ford to go fuck off.
Okay.
Hey, Wire. Oh, make sure you see if you can get photos or video, Hurricane. It'd be cool to see what's going on your side.
Anything good on the airwaves?
Okay, so back to the half answered question. Bonding agent, would you go with epoxy or something else?
For wood to plastic?
Yeah.
Your regular model glue will stick to the wood just fine.
Yeah, that red tube testers glue.
Yeah, I was gonna say the old school shit. Yeah,
That's all I use.
Keep that around. I love that stuff.
Yeah, it'll soak up into the wood and it'll bond to the plastic like it normally does. So you got no issues there. If you use something like white glue, the wood will actually pop off.
Yeah, white glue is not permanent by a long shot.
Yeah.
Oh, you bitch! He's on
your regular tester shit glue, and
I'm thinking.
Oh, he re-uploaded.
This 1.2 millimeter. How can they call this a rod? It's almost a thread. I'm thinking this might just do the trick for this. Let's see.
Let me edit the card, douchebag. Oh, fuck you.
So skinny, I can clip it with scissors.
I want to say they even make a photo etched bed rail system thing too for hardwood floors.
Find out.
Oh, they probably do.
Yeah, monoclog garage probably has it or something, but that might be expensive for what it is.
Yeah, $10-15 for 8-9 little rails. Personally, I'd grab some freaking, go to like Michael's and find some wood grain peel and stick. Stick her down, paint your ribs as they are. Everybody I've seen use popsicle sticks. If you drop the tailgate, you can tell that it's way too thick of wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are super thin. These are like 9/10 in thickness. I can make them thinner. I have a sander.
But I've been flipping through that show rod thing you linked me.
Yeah.
Man, the coolest one I've found so far is this little gasser.
Yeah,
That
you
big
go ahead.
tanker truck.
You can share the link to your video.
The actual model called the Little Gasser?
Yeah, the tandem axle tanker show rod.
Yep.
That thing's pretty cool. I love how the floor is license plates. That's just what caught my eye at first.
Well, there's 4 of those kits in the series. There's the Little Gasser, the Little Yeller, and the Little Mixer, and the 4th one is the Little Cash Box. And I even made a little tow truck, a little track packer, because when you go to a Saturday night dirt track and they got the water trucks that are out there watering the track, you made one of them. And I still have 3 more. I have one brand new untouched little mixer. I have all kinds of freaking. Each one of those boxes comes with an extra cab in it. So you get 2 different shapes of C cabs. And the frame is super simple. You can make that from scratch.
Yeah.
It's just those big rear axles. Them things, might as well use a diesel semi-truck axle and shorten it underneath there. But they're a little fiddly to put the axe end together because you can't really set them down anywhere. And you got to set them upside down, and then they freaking want to spread apart. So you really got to have a good little, like a 90-degree flat wall that you can rest them against.
Yeah.
But yeah, they turn out really nice. I have that whole collection. I love them myself.
Yeah, I like the rusty one that's on here. There's the purple all painted up one. I like this rusty one though. That one looks cooler.
There's a lot of stock and custom versions on there. Some of them ain't actual kits. Some of them are kit bashes and stuff. There's a lot of badass shit on there.
Yeah, the snowmobile one's interesting. I like this one. What's it called? Snow skier? Snow skier? Skeeter. I'm saying that's wrong as hell. Snow skeeter. I don't know. I'm saying it wrong as fuck. That's okay. That's cool enough.
No shortage of creativity on that page, so I can tell you what.
Yeah. The Charger 3 looks like a fucking Hot Wheels. Looks like a little Hot Wheels I used to have.
The Charger 3 is a Hot Wheels, or actually it's a Matchbox.
Oh, I was wondering what the hell I thought. I swear it looked like an old Matchbox or Hot Wheels or something I used to have.
I want to say they called it the El Torero, something like that. But yeah, it's an actual model kit. I have one. Came as a freaking parts kit that was missing 80% of it, so I threw a Viper engine in it, made my own steering column, put material in the interior, made my own air brake system on the back end because there's 3 flaps that fold up. I think turned out pretty badass. Little tweaked on the lower body panel sides that didn't line up as well as they should have.
The Cuckoo Cart. Oh, that's just funny.
Yeah, I wish they'd reissue that one. That one and the Little Roman Chariot. That's 2 in the series I do not have yet.
I love how the one says not beer wagon. It's a Monster Energy wagon.
Yeah. Yeah, I really wish they would get somebody to be able to update and add to that site because, like I said, I've had that thing bookmarked for decades. I'd
Yeah.
love to see some of the new shit that's been out there.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of crazy cool customs come out. Ain't nobody been able to put them on there.
Now, this kit I would like to find. I don't know if it's custom or what. The school bus.
S Cool
Yeah. That's
two
cool.
engines funny car bus. It's been reissued a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
You can find it right now at Spotlight Hobbies or Model Roundup or any of them. Fuck, you could probably even find it at some of the Hobby Lobbies. It's only
Nah,
been out.
never seen it.
It got reissued in the last 4 or 5 years, so it's out there.
Yeah.
In fact, you can go to Tom Daniels and get it from Atlantis. It's out there right now.
I've seen quite a few of them done up as the Partridge Family bus.
As a matter of fact, you can probably even get it with Tom Daniels' signature on it. Let's see. Model department.
Go here.
Where's school bus? There it is. Yeah, right now, $30 sold out. And they ain't got none on stock. Yeah, you could have got it with his signature on the cellophane or on the box for $30 straight from his website.
What website is it?
Tom Daniels.
Oh.
Here, you want me to throw the link in the chat for you?
Yeah, here, I'm looking it up.
Oh,
I got
it.
Let me tab back to the stream then. I got 3 different tabs open.
There you go. That's straight to his website where you can buy it straight from him, which actually comes through Atlantis. Because Atlantis is the one that's got the rights to most of his stuff again.
Copy.
But you have to go through there and see which ones are available and which ones are not. Because some of them they are and some of them haven't been. Like the new Sidewinder, which used to be the old Green Rattler. That one just came out.
I was looking at that the other day.
You can get that from his website with and without signature.
If I got it, I would have to get it signed.
Yeah, personally, I'd have him rip that cellophane right off of there and sign the box.
Yep.
At least then, if I got it, it would be an open box and I'd have a better chance of building it. But if he signed the cellophane, it would just get stuck off into the corner.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'd never touch it if the plastic was signed.
Right?
Yeah.
Why would I? You know, you're gonna lose the value for a piece of cellophane.
Rip that bad boy open, pop the top off, and sign the inside on the white part, please.
Yep. Oh, this one's cool, but sold out. The Swamp Monster. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, if it's sold out, some of them don't actually have the rights to remake them yet, but keep your eye on there because the Groovy Grader, the Unreal Roller, the Sidewinder Rattler thing. There's, I believe, maybe the Badman might still be on there. Bad Medicine might still be on there once in a while. There's quite a few of them that are actually still in production right now, but you just got to keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
Because you never know. If Atlantis comes out with a Tom Daniels kit, they will have it on that site. And then you can buy it straight from Tom Daniels Atlantis.
Yeah.
And the guy who designed it can actually get some money out of it.
Right. That's kind of important too.
I mean, it's still royalties. Like I said, it's still through Atlantis, but it's, you know, it's easier for them to track and say, hey, here's your royalties for the month for your design, you know, rather than paying somebody like Hobby Lobby who has nothing to do with them.
Right.
Let's save this in case the bus ever does come back up on the website. Because that's a freaking badass looking thing.
You can probably go on eBay and find 100 of them right now.
Yeah.
I looked them up on eBay. Tab back into it. Here's one for 50, 40. That's a trading card. It's not the model.
I'll be right back.
You get the Hot Wheels that were pretty cheap.
There's two things you want to make sure of if you're buying an original. Make sure it's in yellow and has a yellow side windows with the kids on it.
Mhm.
Because if it doesn't have the yellow windows, it's not an original issue. It's a repop. And if it's not molded in yellow, then it's a repop.
Mm.
And they're gonna want repop money for a fucking white body. No, that's not the fucking original.
Yeah.
Just because it came in the old packaging box color, you know, the old art style. Yeah, flip it over and show me the bottom. Yeah, see, it's got a barcode. See, that's not original. Fucking idiots. I gotta love how stupid people think people are stupid.
I love this dude's fucking car in this movie. That 70 Monte Carlo he drove in the beginning of Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. I fucking love this car.
Yeah, I hear you, Haywire.
Especially love how he beats the fuck out of Preppy Kid's Viper with it.
You gotta be a savvy shopper if you're shopping on eBay.
Yeah. You look around a little bit before you buy something. You might find it cheaper.
You just gotta refine your search well enough to find somebody who doesn't really know what they have and lets it go for the wrong price.
Yeah, that's fair too.
Because more often than not, 80% of freaking eBay sellers buy storage units and fucking sell whatever they find.
Yeah.
Ooh, I get out and whoop this motherfucker's ass. Break the back window of my Monte Carlo.
I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
Well, I always loved in the beginning of this movie, he races him. Nah, fuck the race. I'm gonna take that wrench and I'm gonna beat the fuck out this dude with it. Fucking smash the back window of my fucking Monte Carlo.
Unless you're destroying his nutsack and cock, you ain't taking the fuck out of him at all. Oh, cool. The old freaking Trans Am series wide body kit. Nice. Back when Tommy Kendall was still racing. 7-Eleven. That would have been the blue and white one? Or white with blue. I used to love them big, fast, wide cars, man. I wish they would have made more of them instead of just the Rain X and Hot Wheels car and a couple of Mustangs. There was way more cars out there, man. Some of the Camaros even would have been nice. The old IROC style.
Got 20 people watching.
Nice. And I do count because I do have it on screen and I am watching it. It's a little delayed from what I'm speaking, but you know.
Yeah, I just want to look at mine. Whenever I tab away into the StreamYard one, it stops the stream over there.
Oh, no.
When I click back, then it catches up.
All right. Yeah, there must have been some kind of update thing that messed with a bunch of my settings. Because if I try to watch somebody else's live stream, it just buffers. Matter of fact, even now, yeah, it's not even live on yours. There we go. Click it back to live.
Well, it always does like, but I just went and looked at it. And it was done before anybody even came in on there. Not mine.
Yeah, every now and then I'll get
Chat
that little
was up to date, but the actual
Right.
video stream was like an hour and a half ago.
Where'd that go?
Yeah, something must have done something at some point.
I know my YouTube just updated, so I wonder if it did a all across update.
Hard to say.
Actually, my whole phone did. I had to go through and fix my fucking settings.
So you got your second coat on the body?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's done. Body paint is done. It turned out real nice.
Yeah, see it up there in the corner, all nice and shiny. It's got a shiny hiney.
Two little tiny dust bunnies in the hood. That's
Wow,
it.
I could see the complete circle of the light.
Yeah. Like right in here, there's one, and there's one right by this vent. But I'm not even going to wet sand them. I'm just going to hit them with a polish and polish them out, and then I'll go on clear.
Right.
Yeah, I put the second coat on the other night.
Nice.
Car of the movie always brings a tear to my eye when he wrecks that 70 Monte Carlo. One of my dream cars.
31. I think under the hood is where the real jewels are.
Yeah.
With all that roll cage and the multicolors in the engine. And just so much to look at under there.
Yeah, you'd have to do some serious work to get a V8 in there.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, don't ever doubt my dumbass capabilities.
Yeah, you'd pretty much have to whole front clip the whole thing and re-roll bar it to put a V8 in there. There's no way you can keep stock of anything in there.
No, there's no way it fit between those rails.
Although you could put a 2JZ in there, but it wouldn't be any better than what's in there. Plus, you'd be ruining a classic icon.
Well, that 2J two-step would be talking my language.
I mean, at least that would fit compared to a V8.
Black. Where's my black? Sorry, I use more black paint than anything else. Black and silver.
Same.
I still haven't even decided what I'm building for Jason's Street Machine Group build. The only reason I'm in on that one.
In a day to do that. I have the model for it.
I mean, the only reason I'm even bothering to get in on that one is because Street Machines is kind of what I build. You know?
Yeah, I'm going to do the White Lightning Pro Street Firebird, but I'm going to do it up as a Black Bandit.
That's the white one with blue stripes on the bottom.
Yeah.
My dually 67 Chevelle is my Street Machine build. He made the mistake saying you can do
those snowflake drags that I've got. I'm going to use the snowflake drags on it, so it's going to look pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
You had us build all those freaking little tiny parts, but you don't have me putting them on.
Yeah, I might do my Bandit car in that white and red or light silver and red with that red decal you sent me. That one's pretty close to the top of the list of which ones I'm choosing between.
Keep putting my elbow down on the mouse and doing all kinds of weird stuff. If I'm not careful, I'm going to kick it all out.
Oops. Wouldn't be the first time the stream had to start over.
Well, you guys didn't see, but right there, when I put my on there, it clicked up my calendar and of events and stuff. Put that across the screen. It's like, oh,
Whoopsie.
I can't see what's going on. Because the little arrow was on the dashboard at the bottom. When I clicked on it, it brought all that crap up. Elbow click instead of butt dial. I elbow clicked my mouse.
Same difference.
Man, this El Camino is still on Marketplace. It's been on there for a long time. Wonder if he come off that price any now. It's been on here.
Message if I find out.
It's a 76 El Camino, so it's not the desirable body style, but shit, El
It's
Camino
one
is
you
sexy.
want, so.
46A.
I had a 77.
I just love El Caminos. I don't care what year.
I like El Caminos. They're cool. A friend of mine had one until recently. He actually sold it.
What makes me like this one even more? It's the 76 and it's red. It's the My Name is
his was
Earl.
the dark
El
red,
Camino.
yeah.
It's the My Name is Earl El Camino.
Best
His was
thing
the
to
dark
do with
red, and at the time I didn't have the money, or I would have rescued it. But
an El Camino is take the bench seat out, put a single bucket in the driver's seat, and then you can have a car where you don't have to give anybody a fucking ride.
right?
Ever.
That's what I like about my single cab. I just make my dumbass friends ride in the bed. I got a tonneau cover so the
If you
cops
any
won't
shit
see me.
hit a bump, right?
Yep.
We all survived it.
Right?
We rode in the bed of the pickup truck down the interstate.
Yeah,
No, I
not
did
hiding under a tonneau cover.
Standing up.
Heck yeah.
I had
How many times we moved furniture like that?
Standing up with your arms draped out over the top of the cab, running 70 miles an hour down the interstate.
Yep.
Sure did.
Yep.
I got one of those big old school tonneau covers, the solid color matched one
Mm-hmm.
that the original owner ordered it straight from GM. And
Nice
freaking
bonus piece.
yeah, giving my buddy it was my buddy, his sister, and his girlfriend. And I wasn't gonna make his sister and his girlfriend ride in the bed, so I let them pile in the cab with me, and he rode in the freaking bed under the tonneau. I freaking put a tow strap, hooked it to one of the hooks back, and I was like, "Here, just hang on."
Right?
And halfway down the road, his girlfriend was like, "Man, you've been pissing me off. Hit your brake a couple times, would you?" I'm like, "Okay." Bam! I hit the brake real fucking hard. All we heard from in the back was banging, "You motherfucker, I'm gonna get you." I'm like, "Go ahead and try. My tonneau locks, bro. You ain't getting out until I open it."
You calm down. You're not getting out till you calm down, buddy.
Oh, what makes it even better, my truck's shocks suck. So after we pulled over, I jumped on the back bumper. Me and his girlfriend, we were bouncing the back end up and fucking down real hard, bouncing them all over. He got up that thing. He was pissed.
He learned his lesson? Probably not.
No,
Is he less of a dick?
no,
At least to her.
no.
Paint vinyl, bro.
Well, it was a little deserved. The reason they were walking everywhere was because that's the friend that lost his license with a DUI.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And he's how old?
he just turned 19.
Uh-huh.
Not he
And
just turned 20.
And she's staying with this one. Okay.
But he just turned 20.
Not even old enough to drink legally and already fucked out of his driver's license. And that will be with him for the rest of his life. It will be on his record.
Yep. And that's just like my uncle. My uncle lost his driver's license at 23, which still amazes me what he does. To this day, he doesn't have a license, and he drives for a freaking company down here, Petroff, it's called, driving one of his brand new 2024 3500 work trucks. Motherfucker hasn't had a license since he was 23.
He doesn't have a piece of paper that says he's allowed to, doesn't mean he doesn't know how to.
I don't know how we got that job.
Probably knows somebody.
Probably. Yeah, you know what?
I
Old Petroff.
I didn't actually go down and take the damn road test and get my legal license until I was in my 30s, and I've been driving since I could see over the dashboard of a '79 Lincoln Town Car.
Yeah, that's why I've got such an attachment to the old OBS Chevys. I remember being real little before I could even see over the steering wheel, sitting on a phone book driving my dad's old '90s body.
Yeah, first car I ever drove was my grandpa's Lincoln Town Car. My aunt was too drunk to even waddle herself to the liquor store. She's like, "Hey, you want to learn how to drive?" It's like, "Honey, I know how to drive. You want to go store it, Lord?" Grandpa threw me the keys. He says, "Don't you scratch it." We were literally going like a quarter of a mile. It was like down the street and out across the 4-lane, do the Michigan Loop, and go into the party store drive and turn around and do the opposite up the other way and come back. Just literally around the loop and back. So he's like, "Yeah, you can do it. Go ahead, take it."
I live on a back road too, so he was like, he was letting me drive the back road.
Yeah, 2 up, 2 down with the Michigan left in the middle. And this is a regular speed limit on the road, like 50. But we were like literally just going around the loop and on the other side of the road, so it wasn't that big a deal. And it was a Saturday afternoon. Anybody that was going anywhere had already been and gone. And we really didn't have the sheer number of vehicles that are on the road today. It wouldn't be. He wouldn't let. If it was today, it wouldn't happen unless he was in the car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I got such a attachment to them old OBS Chevys. That's why we're doing so much in that old fucking one my dad had. I remember driving it one day, let me drive it on the back road, sitting on the phone book, and he'd had a few beers and was like, fuck it, here, I'll let you drive down the road a little bit. But once we get to this certain intersection and we come off the back road, you got to pull over and then I'm going to start driving. I'm like, okay. And we're going down the road I live on, and he's like, let's see how fast it'll go. Freaking that old Z71, I hit the gas, whoa, down the way down the fucking road.
If you don't know what a land barge the Lincoln Town Car was, Google 1979 Lincoln Town Car, and you see how
land yachts.
Yep, that was a land barge, and his was emerald green. All white and chromey shiny inside, emerald green. The seats had the insets where the cushions were like quilted down, were the same color as the car body. He had the custom package in it. It was pretty.
Yeah, that's what my grandma always drove, her Lincolns. And Grandpa always had a Buick.
He bought
Called
it
them.
good.
Called Buicks the blue collar Cadillacs. That's all I ever drove was Buick. He had a couple Chevys and a couple Pontiacs, but he always liked the Buicks.
Yeah, this thing. The only thing he didn't get in the customizing package was the sunroof. He got it had the flip up headlights
Mm.
and the white walls and the wire rims and
Oh yeah.
all that. But the only thing he didn't have was the roof cutout.
They need to make a model kit of some of them big old Lincoln. They're beautiful cars.
I don't think they ever did make the
Can't drive. Stop driving that Rod Lincoln.
Yeah, they need to make some models of some of them old Lincolns. Old Lincolns were badass cars.
Yeah, the dashboard had the brown tortoise shell on it.
Oh yeah.
That car was pretty. I mean, if I had the 30K straight to drop right now, I know a guy that's got one. It's one of the lighter shades of the stock blue,
Mm-hmm.
but I just don't have 30 grand laying around to drop on Gas Hog. That would literally have to be parked for half the year.
Yeah.
Not fair to it to have to be parked.
Okay, we need
It's like Judas Priest. My mom sent me a couple, or put in our group chat with my brother and my dad. Some old photos of my brother. My brother just turned 15 yesterday. And there's one of them, him out there riding his battery, little Power Wheels 4-wheeler. Freaking, I'm doing a wheelie by him on the dirt bike. Damn, what the fuck? I was
a little tempted,
what's
but
the
it may
date
not be
on
the same.
that?
Have a good one, Hurricane.
See ya.
Shit, I always forget how short my brother used to be. He's tall as fuck now. He's taller than I am. Little shit's 15. He's taller than me already.
Yeah, the only thing I've ever seen as far as like a model of a Lincoln, it was a resin piece that somebody put together. I don't even remember what it was.
You know, I want to say they did do an old suicide door Lincoln model, like way back in the day.
There is that one and the wagon version of it.
Yeah,
which is what,
I want the land
63?
barge.
Chuck from Styrene Bender, his recent model show video has a Lincoln in it that used to be in the old freaking, it was either Car Modeler or Scale Model Enthusiast, one of the two. I was surprised to see it back on the table after all them years. Still look good.
What year did you say the Lincoln was, Marcy?
79.
79.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Nope, go back. Shit. There we go. Here's a resin body of a 79 Lincoln.
He's got with that,
77 to 79, same body style.
the history popped that Lincoln Mark 7 Pro Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not the land barge size.
Yeah, something. The fuck do I like this better? Go to website. Comes with Well, got about everything that comes with it. You just need to make some windows and find a frame.
Well, the frame you can get away with a flat stock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a curbside.
I've
Anyway.
put this underneath a couple of different cars, just for mock-up purposes, and then till I look through my chassis box to find something that actually fits, and then it works good for mock-up.
There you go, Marcy.
Probably the same one I was looking at.
Pretty decent looking one. It's got the roof line I like, that kind of with the little oval window on the very backside.
Porthole
So,
window.
the porthole window, yeah.
Porthole, yeah.
Yeah,
The same one I was looking at. That's the one I found the last time I looked. That's the only thing I've seen. I don't know if Flintstone's got something.
He might.
I don't know. It's something that's been rattling around in the back of my head. If somebody's got an STL file or if somebody's got it, this is a ridiculous price for these little few pieces.
Yeah. Yeah, here it is.
And this has probably been around a while, and they figure just because it's old, it's worth money.
Yeah. Here's the one I was thinking of, the 64 suicide door.
That's what I thought. I wasn't sure if it was 63 or 66. 64 sounds right.
Yeah, it's a
Well, they have a
60-something. I remember
66.
it
They
being
just
something.
they have a 66 they reissued, but it's completely different body styles.
Yeah. And anything newer, also completely different. So.
Yeah.
Excuse you. Good dinner?
No, just bad manners.
I just ate a big old piece of banana cake. So.
How much is this? I might buy this. Man, I'd love to put my little half lowrider, half muscle car funk on a 64 Lincoln.
That'd be different.
Kind of fancy paint job, and all done up a little bit like a lowrider, but a little bit bigger set of rims and tires, a little bit fatter in the back, lower to the
I'd just
ground.
like to do a replica of my grandpa's emerald green pimp wagon.
I am.
I have the military vessel that he operated as a model. I have a friend that's in the Navy that was able to get me some actual photographs of the physical thing. They have one on base. They have it in their museum display area, and he took a bunch of photos for me. So I have accurate photos. I can do a replica. I just need to go through my family history folder and find my grandpa's military details, and I can actually get the letters and numbers that were on the vehicle too. Do it as accurate as I can.
Hey, Model Roundup has the 64 Lincoln kit. How much do they want for it? $189. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Yep.
That's it though. I'd love to put my funk on something like that. If I can find a rebuilder of this kit, I'd be happy then.
Right. Yeah. Even someone who could rescue would want for me too.
Huh.
It doesn't have to be perfect. I can fix that.
64.
Oh, mercy. Van Belt.
By the way, I've been renamed by Jamie. That's what he's been calling me.
Trying to get little tiny parts to fit there, bub.
No, there are decals for the fan belts.
Oh God.
For the fan belt? Yeah, no.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Just make sure you got the arrow going the right direction.
There's a decal for the alternator, for all the vents and stuff on the alternator. It wraps
Okay.
all around the alternator.
Well, that's Revell Germany for you. All the detailed decal.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
Decal for the coil, or for the coil. There's one for the coil. There's one on top of the oil cap. Well, the battery's buried down in here, so there's no decal for that one. But there are decals for the top of the heater box.
Well, I now have most of an engine.
Damn. It's $80 for a fucking rebuilder. Fuck off.
Got that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put the feelers out there and throw it out to my club. I got a lot of older guys in my club. I should be able to come up with something out there. They can find it.
15, 17.
Hey. Yeah, I'm paying that much.
It's not like it's something I need right this minute anyway.
Nah, definitely not.
Decals for the shocks.
Jeez.
Oh, fuck that.
Well, I
That's
suppose
another thing.
that's a good little tip. If you want a whole bunch of decals for detail, buy a Revell Germany version.
Yeah, some of the car we were talking about earlier, the Trabant.
Yeah.
The one I have is got this really gorgeous artwork on it, and the whole freaking thing is just literally covered in decal. It's gonna be a stinker to get that right, but I like the artwork, so I will be using it. Whether I get it into the time frame of the actual build or not, it's going to be another story, but it will get built eventually.
Oh, it's right at the end. Roadhouse is on. It's right at the end, though.
The new one or the old one?
Original Patrick Swayze. Right at the end, though. Love that
That's
movie.
crazy. Out of all the models that are on my shelf right now, only 6 of them actually have decals on it.
Yeah, most of mine get our license plates and gauges.
Well, most of mine got the license plates, but
Yeah, I don't always do all the detail. Kind of depends on what it is and what I feel like doing.
I just don't really care for decals.
I
Never
don't
really
mind
have.
doing them as long as it's not, massive amounts of them.
Yeah, I don't like ridiculous ass decal enough.
Yeah, like I said, that one, it has artwork that was painted by children, so and what it represents, it needs to be done the way.
I take it back. There were decals for the battery, but they're not going on.
But
Yeah, a little late now.
They're not in there, Bob.
A little late now.
It's gonna eat it.
I can get them in there, but you're never going to see them.
You ain't gonna see the one on the belt either.
No.
I mean, you see the one on the belt, and obviously you're looking a little too damn close.
There's
Yeah,
actually 3 decals for the battery. 14, 15, and 10.
damn. Yeah, this box here is my box of decals.
I swear they sit around and get high making those decisions.
Yeah, this whole box right here is nothing but decals. These are all brand new decals that I've never used. Never even bothered to open them. And then there's another freaking pile of decals, another pile of decals, a whole bag of dead decals, and then a shit ton of freaking decals.
You need more decals.
These ones are from the Tough Truck. There's another one in here. It's got police car ones in it. These are all my vinyl body wrap. Yeah, when it comes to decals, like I said, I don't do decals.
Oh. Some cars need like the Chevelles and the SS striping and shit like that. I'll do, but
No, even my show rods that are very specific to that car, most of them don't have them on there.
Close to these tabs. That's my tab open. That's actually saved. I'm saving now. Shit. Can't close any of them. Saving all these.
What the hell?
I wish I could do like my old phone did. I could like save like websites and like tabs I have open in Chrome to my home page. My old phone used to do that. This one don't do that. Oh wait, maybe it add to home screen. Wait, I can on some of them.
Don't add them to home screen. Just go up in the top right hand corner and click the three little dots or whatever's there, and you can bookmark the link.
Yeah. Well, some of the websites I use a lot, I'd like to be on my home screen, like Matthew's website, Iceman, just shit.
Yeah,
I'm
but
always on
you
looking
can
for.
literally just save them in a favorites list versus having all those windows open.
If I do this, will it kick me off? Let me see. If it does, I'll be right back. Oh, it does. Oh yeah. Okay, well, that's cool. That was it. Oh, well, yeah, fuck off. All right, cool. Well, that's nice. Now I just have to go. It's not right up front when you hit the three dots like my old phone was. I have to click it and I have to go to the setting button.
14 more.
Oh, shit. I don't know if someone did that either. Fucking Christ. I've had this phone for 2 years and I'm still learning shit about it. I miss my flip phone. That shit was so fucking simple. That's all I needed. Oh shit, this thing's about out of juice. Probably last me another day and a half. Binding paper.
Okay.
Yeah, a few more days. I'll be at the racetrack all day. So yeah.
Oh, I turned my chat off. Let me get back over there.
Bumping buttons again, are you, Bub?
I guess so.
Bob the button bumper.
Get out of here.
Get rid of it.
I'll move it up here. That way I won't bump into it.
Bob the button bumper. He can bump it. Bob the button bumper. Yes, he can. finish sanding on them tires and shit out until I get them up though. So I get the wheels glued tomorrow.
Those go. Probably an interior. Probably. We have decals for the rails in the trunk, which won't be seen.
What the fuck?
All kinds of details.
Decals for the backside of the backside of the bottom trunk pan.
Do they have a left-hand drive and a right-hand drive?
Yes, I
dash
did.
Gauges too.
Yep. Well, the gauges are the same, but they give you two different dashes.
Right. So you just got to split which direction they go.
Yeah, they just little round gauges so that you can just alternate which one you go in. No, but this is the trunk section, which you can't see any of. It's got all the little metal rails that go in it.
But you know it's there.
Yeah, I guess. So.
Give a fuck when I was there. I ain't fucking with that.
That's what all these, well, like, hopefully I don't lose it. That's what all these little tiny stripes are. Those are the rails for the trunk.
Hmm.
Well, I suppose if you look in through the door into that back hatch area, you might actually be able to see that.
No, there's a plate that covers it up.
Oh, really?
But again, you know it's there.
I suppose they did that in case you decide to open the trunk
Open
and
to
put the
somebody that
luggage
wanted to
in
open the
there.
trunk. Yeah, I guess, because it would be
You don't
not
really
real
do
hard
that.
to open up that hatch. But I'm not going to do it.
Alley.
Too bad they're a little bit longer. Those would be perfect bed rails.
Right? Could you overlap them?
You probably could, but there's not enough of them to do a whole
Right, right.
bed.
Maybe a really small bed.
Model T bucket.
Ooh. Oh, Nice Man has the little half door cards for that new freaking Bronco kit. Yes. I know he's doing them now.
Looks like we have a decal for the copper or brass part of the fuel filter.
Damn.
I don't think they left anything out.
Oh shit! You know what? I gotta give my dad the money. Need to order that 24 valve from Matthew's website for that Chevelle. Fuck, let me pull it up and send it home. I'll give him the money.
Is the only thing they left out on that kit, Bob, the rubber hoses and vacuum lines?
I haven't seen any no vacuum lines. I had to add spark plug wires.
With all that little bit of detail, that's all the further away from a full underhood engine you are.
Mm.
You have the mesh for the heater fan box, the blower box, for the squirrel cage fan. It's got a decal for the mesh.
Yeah, like I said, it's definitely a jewel when you pop the hood on that one.
There's the lid and the warning label on the fuse box is on there. The decal.
Yeah.
Pretty funny. I think they had that car in the Car Mechanic Simulator game, and it don't even have a third of the details that model kit does. It sure as hell ain't got the right axle in the rear, I can tell you that much. It'd be really awesome if it did have inboard brakes in the back, though.
Here's the VIN plate I'm putting on right now.
Then play it on that tiny thing.
Speaking of, would you like to go to the model DMV and actually get it registered?
Right?
This one won't pass emissions test. It doesn't have a catalytic converter on it.
Oh, it was pre-65, 66, whatever it was when they came out with them. You'll be fine.
Yeah, most cars that old don't need emissions testing.
I was making a joke.
It's a classic antique. It don't need to pass emissions.
No cats.
Speaking of, this isn't California, by the way.
I know in Illinois it's 90 and older. I wish my truck was that old. Wouldn't have to
We
deal with
just
all
want to
the
make
emissions.
sure that the seat belts work, the turn signals work, head and tail lights work, the wipers work, and it starts on a dime and it ain't full of rust. Which I'm pretty
And the
sure we got
radio
all of that covered.
and the radio works.
Nah, they don't care about that.
I do.
Yeah, that
What if you
radio
got
don't
a
work
car
that
that
All
had
good.
a,
have all that shit works. Gotta have a working radio.
not if you got a radio delete option.
That's boring. I need my music when I drive.
Not in a 69 Roadrunner, you don't.
Yeah, your music at that point's the exhaust.
Yep. It'd be the same thing in that Jaguar, I can tell you what, man.
Fix a cigarette lighter. Yeah.
Yeah, you take that thing through a long freaking tunnel, you'd be having all kinds of freaking orchestra music coming out of that thing.
Oh, it's okay.
Well, guys, my back is freaking hurting. I need to lay down for a bit or something. I'm getting
Okay.
freaking headache from it, so I'm gonna hop out.
That's no good.
Yeah, my freaking
Go for some real rest.
my back gets really freaking sore after a while if I sit still for too long.
Yeah.
When I'm building a model, I sit forward, backwards, and that just freaking kills it too.
Yeah.
My fucking neck right now is giving me tension headache, so I'm gonna go lay down, let that thing go away.
All right, man.
So, you guys have a good one, and we'll talk to you again later.
All right. See you, brother.
All right. We'll see you later.
Yep.
Yeah, you're definitely getting your money's worth on this kit.
Oh man, I was watching some of these YouTube dudes. I like 1320 videos, and they've been doing a bunch of videos. They've been over Japan. Man, I love it. I want to go to Japan so bad, just because of the car culture. Love to go see that shit. Shit, for $200 a day, you can rent a freaking R34 GCR. Shit, would be incredible. Love that shit.
The VIN plate is so small, it looks like a smudge in the paint. Well, another tiny one that nobody's ever going to see. We still have 14 watching. Leonard Edward is still here.
Oh. Yeah, Edward, I'd love to go over there. I said, man, just the car culture alone, I'd love to go witness. But knowing how I am, if I went over there, I'd end up spending my life savings on trying to import something. Freaking a Skyline or a Supra or a RX-7 or something like that. Wouldn't be able to help myself.
Yeah, but before you even went over there, you'd have to make sure that you had enough money set aside on the off chance that you had a mishap in that $200 a day rental. Because if you can't replace it, you're in prison.
Yeah.
Just because you see it on the TV or you see it on YouTube doesn't mean that they get away with it on the regular.
Oh, no, I know that.
Yeah.
Shit, something like that, I wouldn't even drive fast. That cars like that to me are fucking art. I wouldn't even want to go over the speed limit. I'd be nice to the baby.
Art belongs in museums.
Especially like to an R33.
If you're not gonna drive it like you stole it, it ain't worth the investment.
I'd just be the privilege of getting to drive something like that. It's a fucking MK4 Supra, R33, R34, RX-7. I can just
Doesn't do a thing for me. Totally not my kind of car.
that's just sexy. But like I said, I end up trying to import something. Especially if it's for sale R34 V-Spec catches my eye, yeah, fuck it. I'm spending my life savings. I don't give a fuck.
And you'll be living in it if you can get it back home.
I'd fucking live in it. They're old enough now where they've started actually importing them to the States. And there's one at a high class piece of ass fucking dealership in St. Louis. An R33 V-Spec, fucking $100,000.
Yep. Gotta pay all the import taxes and travel expenses.
God, I'm in love with it. It's the rare color too. Like they only did like 20 of these in this color. It's the like deep freaking like chameleon purple. Oh my
Colors can be
God.
copied.
Oh my God. Nah, it's a fucking numbers matching one too. Me and a couple buddies when we heard they had it, we all piled in my buddy's mom's minivan. We all went up there to St. Louis just to fucking lay eyes on the fucker. We were looking at it, and Duke started talking to us about it. First thing, he said no, he couldn't test drive, and I'm like, I didn't even have to test drive it. I told him, I'm like, man, just let me sit in the passenger seat. You can drive it. I just want to ride this motherfucker. And he's like, nah, we can't do that. No. Once they show up to the lot, the only way they leave the lot is if they need maintenance or you buy it. I'm like, man, I get it.
That's bullshit. If I ain't taking it for a road test, guess what, homie? You ain't getting my money.
Yeah. Well, this is a dealer.
I don't give a good flying fuck what you paid for it. If I am giving you the money for this vehicle, I am driving it.
Yeah. Some high class fucking place.
You can eat a bag of dicks otherwise. Get my money somewhere else.
Salesman thought it was funny. Me and all my friends, we walked right by it. We had a fucking Lamborghini Aventador sitting in the showroom. We walked right by that motherfucker and went to the freaking
neither one of those do a thing for me.
90s, early 2000s freaking V-Spec GT 30 R34.
Yeah, I'm more of 50s through the 70s and some of the like older trucks and whatnot.
I love my muscle cars, 60s, 70s.
Yeah, those good newer stuff really, none of that is shit for me.
Even the 80s and 90s, like the IROCs and the 90s body SS Impalas. I fucking love those. I'm just a car guy. I have the salesman cracking up though. I kept trying to dude, I got $20. Just let me ride in the motherfucker while you drive it, dude. Just like, here's $20. Just let me do it. He's like, nah, we can't do that. I'm like, yeah. One of my dream cars, an R34 V-Spec, and a 70 mile car.
It'll sit there and it'll depreciate in value because it's sitting there.
It's not that been sold.
If they can actually sell it, that'd be like a lifetime thing for the salesman, and only if the company was willing to pay them the proper commission for the sale.
Oh, mercy. Okay, this goes through there.
You get to detail number 5,000 yet, Bob?
Yeah, I've got most of the under hood ones are done. So we don't have to do any more until we start doing the interior, I think. Holy shit! There's a decal for the Jaguar E-Type models 3.4, and 2 liter series 1 and 2 service manual.
Set that on the back seat.
They do go overboard with details. I like having the options. You know, if you decide you actually want to go and do all that, you have it.
Put that decal on a little piece of plastic and glue it to the passenger seat. On top of the dash or something. It's a little detail.
Radiator on top. Direction. Yes, it is. Oh, gonna be sore tomorrow. Gonna be sore tomorrow.
Rain with the motor grass, so I'll be alright tomorrow. I wasn't gonna pay $200 more for a lawnmower just to have it self-fulfilled. I pay that kind of money for a fucking lawnmower. I want a custom paint job and a blower.
Yeah.
And that was small yard, but still.
Man, I love this 48 Tucker. This 48 Tucker Iceman has. I love this thing. The hood molded? Yeah, the hood's all molded together. That's okay. Big enough hood. I'd probably cut that hood out and stick some kind of motor in it.
Almost forgot what it's like to do a 21st century tooling model kit. Parts actually fit.
He's got the that T-bucket on
The
his
Twilight Zone.
He's got that T-bucket on his website now.
Yeah.
The what the fuck is this thing called?
Oh,
Uncertainty.
Uncertainty. Yeah, he's been
Uncertainty. That's it.
It went up on like the 24th or something like that.
Yeah, a while ago.
Yeah.
Figured it was taking long.
I don't know if like it's gonna be up for like 2 weeks or something like that.
Yeah. This thing's asking for some pinstriping and a metal flake paint job. Like real heavy as fuck. Metal flake paint job.
Okay, they had us not do the radiator fan in so that they could turn, even though there's no way to turn it. Oh,
Whoa.
we'll put this part on. I think we're gonna be done for the night on this one.
He's got a background photo on some of these parts though, of like a little stash that he has. I need to ask him about this. He's got the whole damn series of the OBS kits I want. He's even got the 96 Tahoe. I need to get those motherfuckers. Hey. That stash right there? Yeah, what do you want for those? Damn, he's got a bunch. He's got 1, 2, 3, 454 trucks. The blue C1500, the red C1500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the white Pro Street dualies, 1 of the green stock ones, and 1 of the AMT Tahoes. Some bitch, she got all of them. Motherfucker. Oh, what the fuck? Clicking buttons on accident.
That's done. That's done. Put on part 48A. That's 48A.
What's up? Go for it.
Morning.
Alrighty, I'm out of here, people. I'll see you later.
All right.
All right, Marcy, I'll see you.
Yeah, if I'm gonna put on and paint one more part on this one, then we're probably gonna be done for tonight.
Yeah, man.
Need to paint this part. I need to shoot update pictures and video before I go any further.
It shouldn't be a problem.
Okay. Alrighty.
Shit, where'd my earbud go? That's an earbud. Shit, of course it's the one I use when I sleep. Oh. Ugh.
My kid was pretty fantastic. I bought two. Three birthday cards.
Special advanced life. Use the My Spectrum instead of your Wi-Fi. Manage the devices. The ability to see what's connected. Rename devices. Control the channel. Sure your network is only available to select devices. With Spectrum Advanced Life.
Your business is ready for what's next. To take you there. For reach. Business can advertise just to the events you need across the entire country. Your first party data precisely targeting.
I don't know what the fuck. The earbuds are in there somewhere. It just connected to my phone. There you go. Fucker. What the fuck? They're coming out with pumpkin pie flavored M&Ms.
They come out with that crap every year.
Oh, they got those ones, and now they're coming out with white chocolate M&Ms. Okay, those would be fire. Oh, gosh, I ain't never seen no pumpkin pie M&Ms. Fucking new to me.
All right, boys and girls, I'm going to cut her off and say goodnight. We'll probably be around tomorrow evening. And since Brian's not going to be on Saturday, we'll probably fill in for him on Saturday night. So I'm going to shut this one down and go find me a sandwich and a recliner. Maybe watch a movie.
All right, man.
So we'll see y'all later. Thanks for coming in tonight, Jimmy and everybody. Edward, I think you're about the only one left. Well, there's still 8 people watching. So all of you guys have a good night.
All right. Take care, y'all.
Good night.